show you. In fact, let me grab him. I'm going to get the robin. Let's bring the robin in. Let me move my bag out of the way and bring all my pieces in so I can show you. You have to excuse us. We do loads of prep and we have little bits of paper and little bits of cardstock all over the place. But look how beautiful. Robins appear when loved ones are near. How beautiful is that? And again, I've used some of the lovely cards, the paper pad from the latest Enchanted Christmas Sarah Signature Collection. Look at that. How beautiful is that? So again, you're going to be able to build this lovely character up and then you're going to do the stamp. A really quick, nice, easy card to make, she says. But it truly is. All I've done is taken a 6x6 card. I've chopped a little bit off the front and then done some panels, but again I'll show you those bits in a moment. And then I've used as well, I've also used from our nesting circle, this is a nesting circle stitch edge, and again I'm just going to use that because I want to stamp onto there. So I think that's what I'll do first. Let's do the stamp part first. So let me grab little robin in question. You've got all your dies on here. Again, let me just show you, and if I give you a, let me go on the close up so you can see. But if you can see there, you've got all the metal all the elements on one metal die. So you're going to be able to do multi-cuts. Again, you could perhaps put a couple of sheets down if you use your textured cardstock, which I know we're going to be having on the show as well. But again, there you've got them all on one piece. You can see the elements. That's his body, and also his body, his wings and his tail is what I'm looking at. Put it up that way, right way around. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use that in a moment, but let me just, for this part, I'm going to use the stamp. And again, let me grab my stamping platform, and I love the sentiment on this. Robins appear when loved ones are near. I think it's such a lovely sentiment, it really is. Again, I'm just going to use, just for this purpose, I'm going to use our quick dry ink, pop that on there, and bring in the first of that circle on the stamping card, and then I'm just going to place that just round there. And again, you've got that lovely sentiment. Robins appear when loved ones are near. Right, that's that one done, out of the way. Now then, let's go do the die cutting. So I've got my pieces of cardstock. I'm just going to bring my plate in. Pop that in the bin. So I'm using the textured cardstock from our paper pads, the paper pads that we have in the booklet form. If I just bring it in to show you what I mean. So we've got the textured cardstock books, but this is from the Bright. So this is the green from the Brights, and I'm going to use the leaves for that one. Let me grab my tape that down, and then for the body, oh, what have I done with my brown bit, Debbie? I'm going to have to get a sheet out. I don't know what I've done with it. Have I placed it under here? No, I'll just grab a sheet of brown out. So we'll have in that colour. Get my scissors. And again, you're not going to use a lot. Out of that 8x8, I've only used a little bit. So perfect for all your scraps of paper. You're going to be able to use all the scraps up that you have in your collections. Like I was talking earlier, we all have them. I'm not the only one. But again, you can build this up so you can multi-cut them out in different colours. And I'm going to be doing it again in a different colour. I'm just going to run that through for the time being. And the only combination I'm going to use is the normal one for thin metal dies, which is, got that right? There we go. Is the plastic shim and magnetic shim along with the other two cutting plates. So again, really straightforward. These aren't intricate dies, they're not intricate, so you're going to be able to use less pressure in your machine as well. Right, so let's just take that out. And again, if you just drop all those parts out, you can see, put that to one side, you've got his body there. Just pop that onto this bit of white card so you can see. You've got his body, and then you've got, look, his little wings. You've even got, I mean, just look how cute that is. That is really, really cute. So cute. You've got, I just think it's so lovely. But you've even got, now I've cut that out in brown, but this is what I'm talking about in multicolours. If you cut that out in red, then you're going to get red, so that you get his red breast. So talking about cutting out in different pieces and then building them up and building that character up, or, like I've said, cut it out in white, and then you can add the colour. If you haven't got scraps of paper, I'm not saying that you won't have, but if you haven't, you could cut it in white, then take your tri-blends, take your inks, take your aqua pens. What else is there? Let me think. I'm trying off the top of my head. Oh, any of your lovely markers that you have, your illustrators, your graphics, any of those, you're gonna be able to use any colour medium you want and colour that in. And then we've got as well, if I just take out this, you can see, let me get my pokey tool again, put that to one side. So if I just pop those out, you can see each leaf. And again, you've got the overleaf. And what I mean by that is that you can build these up. So that one can go behind to give it a more fuller feature. Now, myself personally, I cut these out in a different shade of green. And then you can multi-layer them up. And I'll show you in a moment what I mean by that. But if I just poke everything out, let's just take all those extra bits. You can see everything's die cut really lovely. So even down to the detail, and I wish you could see this, but I know the camera won't be able to pick it up, but you've even got some embossed detail as well, really lovely. So again, once you've done with that, you can throw that bit, but then you can start to multi-layer them using different colours, or like I've said, you could use your white cardstock and then do your colouring afterwards if you want to do that. So again, you could cut that out. To get his robin redbreast, you're going to die cut that out again. Or you could just, if you wanted to, I mean, a bit fiddly, but you could cut little sections out and place over each one. Me personally, no, I like simple and quick, easy. I'd cut it out in red, cut it out in white, cut it out in brown, and you're able to layer them up and have different colour combinations. So I have already in my little bag here, as we do up in the craft room, but this is what we like. We have to prep. We have to do lots of prep, and we already pre-cut. So I'm just going to put that to one side. What I will do though is, while I'm busy doing that, I'm going to run through. When I was talking to you about a different shade of green, I'm going to use a lighter green. I'm just going to run that through, just for a second. I'm going to place it on. You can see it's a different shade of green to that other green, and I'm just going to take that down just for a second, and I'm just going to run that through as well. Just so I can show you the difference and how you can layer them up. And this is where the fun you can really get creative. That's the word I'm looking for, creative. You're in control of your own creativity. Like that one. I have to use that more. But you're in control of it, because you're going to be able to use all these different elements in different ways. And again, we've got all those lovely features. Oh, let me just take that tape off so I can show you. Take that off, grab my poke tool and poke all the other elements out. And again, you could use your brush if you wanted to. I'm being really careful and poking everything out with my poke tool. But there you go, clean your die. And then don't forget to put your die back together again in its packet. Right, so let's build this up. So, got his body. And I'm going to then take, where's my little glue? Let's take this. In fact, I might just grab myself. Have I got a piece? I'll use the back of this card just so you can see it a little bit better. All right, move all those to one side. So I've got his body. There we go. And then I need is a little red breast. And again, you're going to just build this up and layer this up. There we go. And you could use your 3D cloud glues if you wanted on this. You could build it up. And layer it up with your foam pads. I know our Craig loves to use foam pads, but you could give it a little bit of a more textured look where he's raised up. But for now, I'm just going to use that. And then I think I'm going to just, let me grab his wing again. Pop that over there. And then, again, bit of glue just on. And then build up. And you can see where it's coming together. Oh, now, do you know what I forgot to do? Oh, Debbie, what you like. I forgot to stamp his eye. Now, before I layer him up even more, let me just grab my stamp in platform. And I would definitely use the little platform for this, because it is super cute, super little, and you only need a small stamping platform for that. Now, let me make sure I've got his eye on the right way. Let's stick that down there. Oh, it's wet. Let me just dry that off a second. Make sure your stamping platform is not wet so that just stick down to there. So I'm just going to have a quick peek. There it is. There's his little eye. So, little bit of ink. The beautiful thing about our ink pads is that you can use that little detail. There we go. And let me just see if I can layer that up. There you go. You can see where that's inked up. I don't know if you can see that, but he just inked up there where he's got his little eyelashes on as well. There we go. So, Now that's on, I can then pop on, where have I put his beak? What have I done with it, Debbie? I know it's there. There it is. So I'm going to pop that on just there. I put a little bit of glue. And again, if you're not very good with little fiddly bits, you could use your tweezers. And you could use your tweezers, or take your pokey tool and then just place it in. Just pop that in till you're happy with where his beak is. But can you see now how he's all building up again? And then his little legs. Let's not forget his little cute little legs. Just going to turn a bit of glue just onto there. And then I'm going to pop him on just underneath. So he's got his legs underneath. But again, you're going to be able to build this up. Have his wing twisted if you want to. His breast a little bit further down. But it's all down to you and how you build him up. But how cute is that? And then we're also then going to build up. And I'm going to have a green branch because I forgot to cut my brown one out. I don't know what I've done with it, or I did have it somewhere. I'll have put it somewhere. I know where I'm like. Let's pop this together again. So if I just use this cardstock. And again, you're going to do the same. Now, when we were talking about building up these leaves, I've got the darker panel and I'm just going to put a bit of glue. Now, your dotted tape pen would be a good thing. I'm just using our tacky glue in the little bottle, but you're going to be able to build up these layers just like that. So again, that's your layer built up, and then you can stick that on. And again, I'm just going to place that on. Just on, let's have them down that one to the twig there. But again, you're going to then build up. Oops, I've moved. Just let me just put that to one side just for a minute. Let me just make sure I've got that on the top. Let your glue dry, not like I'm trying to rush here and popping it on, but you're just going to let that dry. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build my leaves up first and then I'm going to add them on. So let's take that next one. And again, just pop on your glue. Or you could use your Xyron, if you wanted to use your Xyron, place them on your Xyron, then that makes it nice and easy. Like I said, your dotty glue pen will also be a good thing to put them on so that you can put them behind that detail and then just stick them together. So that's my other leaf. Let me get my next one. But you can see the idea. You're building up your scene. So you're doing all the work. You're die cutting all these parts out and then you're doing all the work building up the scene how you want it to be. You can add as much detail on as there or as little on as you want. It's entirely up to you how you do this. But you've got the choice because we're giving you all these dies in each one of these kits to build up those characters, to build up all the scenes that you need to create these lovely little finished parts. Look at that. That's nice. I like that. Right, so let's get the card together. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with those. Let me just move them all to one side. But again, you've even got the single leaves. I'm just going to use that. And I've even got, look, I've even got little, is it, I was going to say cherry then. A little berry, not a cherry, a little berry. Please excuse my inky fingers there. So again, you've got all those elements. So, card. And my bases. So I'm now going to use this one on with some all-purpose glue. Just place that on. And I'm just going to place that onto this edge. Again, I've just taken some cardstock from the Enchanted Christmas paper pad. So place that on, and then I need my strip here for this side. This will be the fun bit, trying to find it, but I remembered I used it for that one. And again, I'm just going to panel up the other side with the same matching paper. And then just place that on. And then what I did was this one, I did exactly the same in the previous. I've just inked around the edge to give it a little bit of a distressed edge. And again, place that on the top. And then that's just going to place there. So I only want to put a bit of glue down half of there. Not all of it, because I don't want to stick it all down. I want it to open up. So place that, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist. And then I can add my branches. In fact, let's have a look. Should we have it that way? Yeah, we'll have it that way. So let me just put my glue just down on there, just to build this up. And again, just going across. Let's pop it down at the bottom. And then add all your other little elements. Just place that on. Just that one. And then the other side, I'm going to put one on the other end. Again, you're going to be able to create all this yourself. You're going to build this up how you want to build it up. But this is what I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to see what other people have made, when they get hold of their collections, what they're making with them. Because I'm sure that there's lots of you out there who've had other different ideas, other different things that what they want to do. And I can't wait to see what you're going to create with them. Now, I'm just going to use... There we go. And there, oh look, in fact, let me have him just standing there. He's so cute, he really is cute. But again, you're going to be able to just decide what you want to do, but there we go, look at that. And just again, you've built that character up, and he's really cute. I just love the sentiment on there as well. Robins appear when loved ones are near. That's really true. It really is.